91,242. This is the amount of results that appear if you look up Exorcist manga on Anime Planet. Exorcist manga are like the McDonald's of manga. Everywhere, drastically varying in quality, and when there's one that consistently pumps out heat, everyone is gonna be there for it. That leads me to Shadow Eliminators. It starts off with a young man standing near the school gate, counting down on a timer. This is Yayoi Asakaze, the vice chairman of the Morals Committee. So, like a D1 hall monitor, basically. Apparently he earned the nickname Justice Man, which is actually pretty lucky because most high schoolers in real life probably would have called him much worse. Would you look at that? Someone jumped over the gate. This is our main character, Aoba Kuromori. He looks like a regular high schooler, besides the massive neck tattoo that probably causes old people to walk to the other side of the street when they see him. Of course, Mr. Justice has beef with Aoba because he just doesn't seem to care about rules very much. Also, apparently that tattoo isn't actually a tattoo, but a noble mark. So I guess he's just got a, I don't know, a cool birthmark, I don't know. Anyway, these girls are bullying the teacher for like no reason, which obviously means that their parents clearly do not pay attention to or love them. Like, I would understand if she was one of those teachers that magically seems to always have had the worst day in their life and decides to take it out on the other children they make the choice to teach every day, but she's not. After Aoba helps the teacher, he has this typical shonen dialogue, and I honestly gotta say, the art kinda has me kicking my feet and twirling my hair a little bit. You know, it really looks good. Like, the art alone is so smooth, and why is this girl in the Shadow Realm? So, it seems that basically this Shadow Realm is an otherworld hollow, which kinda sounds weirdly familiar. I'm sure no other manga or anime has ever used the terminology hollow before to refer to something spirit related. Anyway, these things surrounding this girl are called threads, and they're created seemingly by negative emotion, and yes, this is Aoba's grandmother. Not mad that she's in this manga, and I've been advised by my PR team to leave it there. Alright, let's fast forward a little. Asakaze passes out, they explain that threads can evolve into kasane, which are like shadow creatures. We have an emotional flashback that I'll just let you go read for yourself, and would you look at that? Look who needs some help. Miss, I like to bully my teacher instead of taking out my anger at other people on Twitter like a normal person, has seen some horrible things. You guessed it, it's a kasane created by who else but the teacher that's getting bullied at her job. Like, imagine getting bullied and then having to go do some paperwork. That's actually absurd. Through some conversing, we get some character development, and Mr. Justice becomes Mr. I just want to protect everyone from unfairness instead of being a real-life Reddit moderator. He gets saved by Aoba, who eventually says that he couldn't protect who he needed to protect. Definitely never heard that one before, and I guess because of that he created a literal binding vow. Kinda like Kurapika with the chains, but this time it's handcuffs, you get it. Anyway, he slays the kasane because of course he has a special blade that only cuts those down without hurting the people they affect, and I'm gonna be honest, this panel right here, hard. Like, this art is crazy, I'll say it again. Anyway, after that, Aoba wants to put out an ad at school for people who have issues so they can destroy them, and they end up on the name Shadow Eliminators. Can you believe it? It must be nice though. Instead of years of therapy, some guy can just take out a magical sword and make you mentally stable like you never had any problems. But anyway, I'll definitely keep reading this. It's kind of generic right now, but the art is so good that I don't really care, and it's kind of charming in my opinion. So yeah, thanks for watching. Now I gotta figure out what to talk about next.